What is up, everybody? We have got no time to waste. I told a friend I'd play a game with him tonight, and I don't know why I also wanted to go live. That's not for now. Get out of here. And I wanted something that I could pick up and put down. It is bait, but it's also true. So let's see how quickly we can build Shoujo Gyaru girl. What the fuck is her name? I actually can't read this kanji. Like, Seira Ichijo. Almost read that as Sierra. I convinced him to get Atlas. So I'm gonna walk him through it a bit, and I'm gonna hope that he'll be a person that we can play with in the future. Since the big ol' update is coming out, and also it's $5. Like, that game is absolutely worth $5. Well, anyway, let's get started. Ceremonial opening of the bags. Also, hope work isn't too bad. This'll give you a bit of a ray of sunshine. You can spontaneously cum in your pants from the ASMR. Okay, all right. Hopefully that'll get you through the rest of your shift. There. There does not seem to be a lot of runner in this kit. I mean, there's some, don't get me wrong, but like, that was so awful. Oh no. I failed.
So I missed.
Many bag. Okay, we got hand. I'm not gonna fuck with the hands right now. I do appreciate that the Shoujo Teien kits, because they're kind of meant to be more bare bones, they kind of come with more like fun accessories. Holy shit, look at these colors. Mein Gott. This is almost as neon as this Conair phone that I dug up out of storage. Although you can't tell because my camera looks like absolute shit. Oh, these are... Oh, I shouldn't be showing this. These are someone's real numbers. People might still have these numbers. But this... Yeah, I got this at a garage sale like over a decade ago. This probably goes for like $50 to $100 by now. I don't know what I'd use it for. I don't really have a landline or anything. I don't know, maybe one day when the internet becomes an unusable mess, thanks to all the AI spam, we'll go back to landlines. That's a very real scenario. When the internet is literally destroyed by all the big tech companies. That day will come eventually. But probably not today. You know what? We have enough happy faces. I think let's go with the disgusted face. Like this right here is the face a woman would make if she saw this YouTube channel. And what we do here. And I know I said next time I was going to work on the other kits I haven't technically finished yet, but I don't know. I've had this on the back burner for quite a minute, and I've really wanted to use it, to build it. Probably because I'm thinking of my character that I did. Like, this is supposed to be a Gyaru. But it just kind of makes me think of my own Gyaru character, even though she looks nothing like this character. It's kind of like how Nijika from Bocchi was kind of like very similar to a character I wrote years before Bocchi was even a thing. So my stupid dumbass kind of mashes the two of them together. Okay, don't slice your finger off. There we go. Wow, that's the first time I've ever carved something like... No, not really. That was pretty bad. But I recently got super fucking sick of my my work areas. Like, the entire studio has just been a disaster for... Oh, perfect. We already need the purple hair. We need I2. But yeah, maybe one day when we get Camo Plug, they'll do a Tanuki character. And they'll one day, somehow, somewhere, they'll do a BBW body. That isn't just, like, extra boob and extra butt. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. A lot of Japanese artists, especially now, still just don't want to do the thing. They still want to... You can tell they want to do, like, weight and, like, overweight, like, sexy stuff, but they don't want to draw the character actually, like, fat. They kind of just want to do, like, the fucking, the Unity custom character creator, like, sliders up a certain percent. But I do believe in a world where someday someone with more influence other than me will reach peak BBW. We'll reach peak Debusen one day. But not today. They're still kind of fighting it. But yeah, it'd be fun to do, once I can get this damn air booth going, I definitely want to do a Reiko. I feel like that would be the most manageable character in my, like, OC lineup to do, unless I did a Jags. I would need a... I'd have to see what Shoujo Teian has. I would need a... For Jags as she exists now, I feel like I would need to have a hoodie. And then just, like... I mean, that's pretty much just it. Like, maybe I could build her on top of that one, Oh, God. Oh God. Okay, we're in for an event here. Okay, so A9. All right. Oh my goodness. The hair tech going into this kit is unreal. Yeah, I'm just waiting for more camo faces in general, like more species delineation, I would say. I feel like you could make that with decals though. Like, can't you just like make your own eyes and like print decals of that? I feel like that's like not that out there of a thing to think that it exists. But yeah, I would want just a bit more. I know it's easy for a lot of Kemono characters to kind of look somewhat similar. because a lot of them are kind of, especially when you go into the more moe-esque styles. Yeah, you know what? I get that. Yeah. I forgot about the mouth for a second there. I'm stupid.
Oh no!
Fucking realities and fucking bullshit.
That could be a really fun art lab, one day, if I ever get past this fucking one I'm stuck on currently, is, taking an entire, like, taking a concept and then building a model out of it. Oh shit, wait a minute. The fuck? Oh, there's one on the back here too. I'm thinking like, Jesus Christ. This is a lot of hair. This is probably the most involved I've seen a head for one of these girl plug get in a minute. I mean, it's one thing if she's wearing like a ridiculous like mech costume or something, but like gee, all for a ponytail. It is cool though. I actually do think this is really neat. Okay, so we've achieved ponytail. Do it, dude, and then teach me. Blender is on my list of shit to learn. It really is. I really do want to take... I just haven't been able to find, like, a good course. And I know if I'm, like, not being guided through it, like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm very, oh, nice. We get a bunch of blank faces, but we don't need those today. Okay. Yes. Okay, thank you. I'm very bad about self-teaching, because I get distracted very easily. I benefit very heavily from the school environment, which is why I was book smart as a kid, but not necessarily, like, actually smart. Although I'm not stupid, but I don't know how I do on an IQ test is all I'm saying. And I've definitely noticed that I'm not, I've kind of fallen behind in a lot of cases. Just in life. Like, I notice I'm not that, I misspeak a lot more, than I think I used to. Either that or I just was never really that good at speaking at all, and I just didn't notice because I didn't really have a lot of people that I would talk with growing up. I was definitely socially, developmentally challenged growing up, for a couple reasons, some of which aren't, like, related to me, but... ...3D sculpting? Yeah, I just want to know how to make, like, characters and, like, basic environments and shit. I could probably pick up Blender pretty quick. I think because I did Maya in school, and I actually did really well in Maya. Up to a certain point. I had a second class. I took the beginner intro class, and it went really well. And then I had a second class, and the teacher just kind of sucked. Like, he just had us walk through these programs to show us functions and tools, but, like, none of it really stuck. That was pretty disappointing for me. And then on top of that, like, my big problem was that it was in... You know, Maya is really fucking expensive and unrealistically unobtainable for most people. They should have taught, like... And I understand they kind of maybe prioritize that, for the same reason they prioritize Adobe stuff, but, like, why couldn't there be a like, everyone I know, when I hear 3D, Blender is, like, synonymous with 3D for me. Like, just straight up. Like, I don't hear anyone talk about, like, 3ds Max or Maya at all when they talk about wanting to learn 3D. And I don't know if that's just because I don't know enough career 3D people, but, like, Blender has just persisted as an option for years. Like, let me put it this way. Blender feels a lot more closer to Photoshop to me than Maya. 3ds Max feels a lot closer to, like, GIMP in terms of, like, notoriety. Like, it exists, people use it, but I don't hear anyone talking good about it or why you should use it compared to Blender, which it seems a lot more like a back in the day Photoshop. Like, everyone's using this because it is so good. And I know Photoshop always costed money, but it used to be a lot more accessible. See, that's probably where I would be a lot better at, I think, additive modeling. But yeah, if you find a Blender class that you like, let me know. I just have too much fucking shit going on in my head right now to consider it. I still have to find a Japanese tutor. I've been feeling really bad about that. There's a couple projects that I wanted to get done this year so I could focus on that again. I had to take a break from Japan stuff to have a surgery. And I haven't been able to hop back on. I've been thinking about trying that 30-day Japanese that I think Calico shared with me. It was Calico or I can't remember if I found it. But I've had that bookmarked, and I've been thinking about doing it. It seems a little bit easier, because I already know my kanas pretty well. Like, I don't need to, like, grind katakana and hiragana like an actual just straight-up beginner would. Oh, no, yeah, 100%. Photoshop is, so do you know that meme with, like, the square peg versus the round hole, the square peg? That's right, it goes into Photoshop is like that toy, but instead of having, like, slots for individual things, it's just a hole and you dump everything in it, which sounds good at first, but then on more specialized tasks, it falls apart really heavily. Like, for example, drawing. Like, Clip Studio fucking fucked Adobe's mother when it came to being a drawing program, and that's why they were able to get such a market ground, because they were despite the fact that it's a Japanese program for anime and manga, such as like Comic Studio and stuff, just by not being fucking Adobe and being just a better program for drawing, they were able to just completely hose off Photoshop. Oh shit, that's where it goes. Okay, I'm thinking like, what the fuck? But yeah, Photoshop is Photoshop is not special in any way. There's a lot of programs that does what it does, and the only reason Photoshop gets a pass is because it's the most ubiquitous one. I have been heavily thinking, though, of now that I have Linux running, I've learned how to do that. Not on that laptop, though, mind you. That laptop, so I just installed Linux on, like, an old e-waste laptop that I had in storage. That thing has, like, 1 gigabyte of RAM. It was running Vista before. I will never be able to run, like, Affinity Photo or whatever on that until I really heavily, seriously, like, upgrade, like, the RAM and stuff of that thing. And at that point, I might as well just consider building a Linux machine, unfortunately. Because, like, I could pop out the laptop RAM, yeah, but then I gotta think about the CPU. Then I gotta think about, like, the... You know, it's got laptop bays. I could always just add another laptop in there. Where's M? M. But, yes. You heard it here first, viewer. I took the plunge, and I installed Linux today, and it didn't go horribly wrong, which is actually kind of impressive. It wasn't flawless. There were a couple things that I could see someone with absolutely no patience getting upset about. Like, making the boot media was kind of a little bit of a pain. And then verifying the installation so that it wasn't, like, a fucked up, like, virus thing. That also kind of was a little... It's not 100% there yet, I think, for the average user. And I think that's the problem, is with the whole Linux thing, is you really do just need to make it idiot-proof. Yeah, that is kind of weird, how Flash is like a website thing, when it was like an animation tool. Every time I think about Flash, I think about that one company that didn't hire me and said they were going to pay me for the art test I did, and they never paid me for the art test that I did. And I'm still waiting on that check. I guess in a way I'm glad I didn't get that job, because then I would have had to drive into fucking Detroit every day. You know, like, it might have been better for my career in the long run. But, like, or maybe even not. You know, they seem like the kind of company that would unironically embrace a lot of the AI shit that's going on right now. Yeah. Well, with Flash... it's pretty clear that because it wasn't Photoshop or Illustrator, like, Adobe didn't really care too much about it. Like, it seemed kind of janky to use anyways. But yeah, I'm thinking of, once Black Friday rolls around, I'm thinking of buying a license for Affinity and trying that out. And if I like it enough, I might consider switching to it, like, professionally. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh man. Well, at least it's, like, keyed, so... Oh, Jesus. Oh, we're really doing this, huh? I'll be so happy when Adobe finally fucking dies. I will be the first person to jump for joy when they lose all their money. Is this a joke? Get in the fucking hole. Is this the right piece? This is F19. This is F19. Why? Why have you... Oh! That was F8. No wonder. I'm thinking, like... There's no way... What a...
So I missed.
It made them way more money than Photoshop. Remember how... Oh, yeah, that is true. That kind of conflicts with some stuff I heard, though. But, you know, with anything I say, a lot of it is just... You know, it could be wrong. I'm not an ideologue. You know, sometimes I just get shit wrong. I just remember on Oni Plays, they were complaining about it, and they said that like they used to have a lot of like technical issues with it as like an animation thing. And they kind of went into detail about a lot of the phone calls and stuff that they did to the company. I forget which what episode that was on. So but again, I could be off base about a lot of that. One thing I will say though was I took a class on Flash at my local community college, and I think that might have been the worst fucking class I ever took. Like, period. Like a lot of the... I've had several pretty bad art classes in my life, and I think that one just might have been the actual fucking worst. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, that's just me repeating some shit I heard on a fucking Let's Play. I guess I should clarify that I don't really have a ton of experience with Flash. I took a class in it, and it was really bad. And I learned nothing from it, and I couldn't tell you. Like, I know some basic shit about it, like how keyframes and stuff worked. But I could not tell you how any of, like, the scripting and shit worked. We have Breastocles. F16. Where's that? Wait, F16. Wait a minute. Is that a fucking error? No, it's not. Why is there two? Oh, that's right. There's probably two chests. Because I'm assuming there's one where she's, like, sitting. Yeah, I know. Don't you are a Flash man. One day we'll get you used, Clip. One day we'll get you to pick up Oh yeah, did you ever get that drawing tablet, or did you not order one of those yet? I remember a while ago you mentioned something about that. Oh, I need a tie. Yamada tie. The legendary Yamadatai. I wonder when we're gonna get another, episode of Zombielands, another season. There would be episodes in that season, but, I wonder when we'll get more Zombieland Saga. That will be an interesting time. It's been a minute since the last, installment. How the fuck? Okay, thank you. Not bad. I mean, there's a pretty nasty seam line down the middle here, but, like, not yet. Probably after Gencon. Fair. Okay, so there's like 9 million different versions of this we could do. K12, K24. And then 21. What the fuck? Is there a difference? Like, I can't even physically tell the difference of these. Like, I actually just straight up can't. Okay, where the fuck is K? K Runner, where are you? Seriously, where is it? Is it not, like, E? Wait a minute. Oh, this is K. I'm so fucking stupid. God damn it. Oh! I was gonna say, I saw joints like this on this runner, but, like... Yeah, I couldn't tell you what the difference is between these two. These bits. These little bobules. Wow, it does not want to go in. Oh, yep, that's because we have too much of a top nub. I think I'll break out the new sanding stick. Yeah, definitely put some money away for a clip when you get that tablet. I legitimately can't read this kanji, so I couldn't tell you, I couldn't tell you what makes it for each version. Oh, and I don't have my phone either, so... Basta. Like, I straight up just actually don't know. Unless there's like a... Does it, like, lean for... Oh! Oh. Oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah, there's like one that leans forward more. You know, you joke about that, but I wonder what Windows' next move is going to be after 11. I feel like most people already hate Windows 11. They have to be aware of that, at least somewhat internally. And I know the Steam Deck has them at least a little bit spooked. Or not the Steam Deck, the Steam OS or whatever. Probably should have installed that version of Linux instead of Mint. But, everyone kept saying Mint was the easy, the baby bitch version of Linux to try. No, I know that, yeah. But I wonder when enough is going to be enough, I guess. Like, just, I feel like the issues mounted against Windows at this point are less about the thing doesn't work and more it literally spies on you and steals your data, and it also just is completely fucking broken and is worse than Vista. Like, it's worse than, like, one of the worst versions of Windows out there. But to be fair, I never had a problem with Vista. Not once. Like, I feel like it's, you know, everyone says stuff like that, but I wonder when the hatred will reach a boiling point. Oh my god. Holy fucking hands. This bitch be throwing hands. Like, 22 hands. Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh, my favorite.
Well, let's start by making arms. I'll conveniently skip the hands, I think, for today. Just because we are on a bit of a time, bit of a limited time, so to say. Because as soon as my friend messages me saying he wants to play, I'll see if he's cool with me streaming. So, but no promises. Maybe he might go, no, don't stream. But he does YouTube stuff himself, so. Yeah, she's gonna be like one of those like, Indian statues that fucking jerks you off into infinity 22 times simultaneously. Did I do F? This is F1. See, the problem is I can't tell if this is the correct. I think it's this way. Oh, God. But yeah, arms are kind of the most, arms and legs are where I struggle a lot in kits, so I appreciate that this kit is a little simpler about this stuff. But that's also just because they're simple in general. You know, there's not 9 million pieces of fucking armor that need color separation. I won't even build in parallel. I'll literally just do it. 26. I'll do it as the instructions tell me, and then 18. Actually, you know what? If I could just get her some, like, jeggings or, like, some kind of, like, actual pants, this might be a good kit to base, Reiko off of. Because, like, realistically, of course they've done a fucking Hime cut. They've done glasses. And now that I have those fox ears from Stylet... God, that was, like, probably the best thing about that kit, is all the free ears. I would just need to get a tail from somewhere. And then like probably like a cloth apron or something. I think that's just the way to do it. For that part. Yeah, she would unfortunately be petite anime girl sized. It would be Reiko if she could fully use her magic the way she wanted. Because that's the lore with that character, is she can use... Obviously, she's a fox, spirit, human hybrid. But, like, she could use transformation magic, but she can only... She could only do, like, part of the way. Because she's got, like, mental blocks about it. So she can only hide herself so well. Otherwise, she would probably just make herself look like she did in high school. I am wondering how she's going to be received in the video. Because the idea is that at some point, I will get around to doing a companion piece to the one-shot I'm working on now. That will be a sort of a backstory for her, and it would be from her perspective. And I wasn't sure... I've had a couple ideas for how I want to handle it, whether it's like her arriving on a plane the first time she comes to America, or if it's like sort of like what's going on in this one where they're setting up for the grand opening still. And she you know, it could be an episode about that. Well, no, that's the thing. It's not meant to be a side story. She's one of the main characters. But yeah, in this one shot I'm working on right now, she kind of just is portrayed as like a goofy klutz. You know what's weird? I have that fucking arcade. The only Tokimeki Memorial thing I've experienced is probably the one that people will literally, like, not experience, like, at all under normal circumstances. And that's the fucking puzzle game that came out for the goddamn arcade. I want to get another GX A board so I can have that be full. I took it off so that I could run. Twinbee Yahoo, which is a much more. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a much more fun game just because I like it better, but it's a much more appreciated game, we'll say. But yeah, I'd like to get another GX system A board. I really, you know, I'm working on a bunch of arcade multis at the same time. I have really bad ADHD. I do way too many projects at once. I would love to see an actual like multi for the GX system. That would be so sick. I don't know if there's like some hardware architecture problem with it, but I would love to see a Konami GX system multi. It could also just be that there isn't a ton of stuff that people really, really want to play on it. Like, I've kind of noticed that they pick, I think, based on, like demand for certain games. Like, they're working on Namco System 2. And even though I don't have an A board for that, I am going to attempt to secure one. I wish they would print more System 1 multis, though, if I'm going to be real. Because I really... There's a lot more System 1 games that I would like to play versus System 2, which has... Valkyrie, Legend of Valkyrie, and that's it, I think. Punchy saying the first Tokimeki Memorial fan-made English trend. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I've never played one of the visual novels. Again, I experienced the fucking arcade puzzle game spin-off before any of that shit. I wish I could be more into visual novels, especially since that's, like, a lot of the art they use is, like, super inspirational, and I like it a lot, to the point where I'd love to learn a lot of, like, gal game coloring, and, like, PC 98, like, like fucking Amiga sprite art stuff. I really want to learn like how that stuff is made and how to do it myself. But I just cannot sit down for a visual novel, I think. Unless I'm like absolutely into it. But a lot of them just don't really seem to be my cup of tea, I think. Like, it's not so much it's kind of like the core of the thing itself kind of is just not a good fit for my personality. And I don't mind it accompanying like other stuff. But you know, again, I don't know. I know Phoenix Wright is like, people hate when you call that a visual novel, but like it kind of is a visual novel a little bit. I like Phoenix Wright. But Phoenix Wright also kind of has, like, actual gameplay elements to it. Like, and I think that's my sort of cutoff, is there needs to be some kind of, like, actual, like, game to it. In addition to just, oh, is this like a glue thing? This is gonna have to be a thing I glue, isn't it? Because this does not go together well. It does not. Oh boy, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna have to make one hand. Well, we'll make two. Did I see that shit about the mummy's curse curing... What? What? Obviously not. Like, is that, like... Like, what would even be considered the mummy's curse? Like, this... Like, the fucking spitting out, like, sand? Oh my god, these ones too are super tight. Holy shit. I really don't like how tight some of these Kodo joints have been. This was the same thing with Stylet. Last build. Let's just go with the open hands. Let's just keep it easy on ourselves. No, the real one that killed all the people who found... Well, so what was it? Was it just like a dust sickness or something? Or was it like an actual, like, superstitious thing? Like, how does that cure cancer? I don't... If it kills you, I don't get it. It was a unique kind of fungus, and now they're using it to kill... Yeah, that's what I figured. It was, like, something that, like, was growing in there, and then it, like... Yeah. Well, that's cool. But can it be used to make these joints less tight so that they don't fucking shatter in 5 years when the plastic gets more brittle? The last Egypt-related news I found is when, I heard was when that one museum fucking knocked the beard off of King Tut. And then they tried to fucking put it back on with some goddamn JB weld, and it looked like absolute dog shit. That was the last Egypt thing I saw. Well, that's, like, infinitely better. Like, it's not as... Like, it's... Oh my god, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna pull this out and maybe consider... God, I can't even, like, get at it. Slowly but surely. Okay, now let's try that again. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, that is, like, infinitely better. Holy shit. Kotobukiya, what the fuck are you doing over there? I mean, I guess I'd rather it be too tight than too loose, but, like, it's so fucking tight that it feels like it's gonna shatter if you, like, move it too much. Like, legitimately, it's, like, insane. But there we go. We have angry girl. She saw your phone home screen and she's not impressed. She's gonna tell the student council on you, or whatever the fuck. Because, God forbid, you display any amount of individuality, even if it is considered degenerate in Japan. Okay, back to this shit. I see we're not doing the crazy fucking, like, weird click and lock, like, hip system, like, style it. Cool, I guess. wonder why I would tell you to do that versus that first. That's so much easier. But we're getting there. We have half a Giru. Unfortunately, she's not a Tanuki, but you know what? In this economy, I suppose that's more than we can ask for. There are starving kids in Africa who don't get Girus. K7. Where the fuck? There it is. Okay, pantsu time. D2 and D1. Okay, come on. Get in the thing, thank you. Ah, that's weird. It doesn't go all the way across. Huh. I've never really seen a figure do that with that kind of stuff. Oh, that's why, because it's on the part itself. Oh shit, wait a minute, which the fuck one is it? Oh, it's the non-slitted one. That came out a little wrong. Yeah. Very good. And then I'm assuming we're gonna get a skirt to do fun things with at some point. Alright. Ashiga Regzudes. Ashiwa Regs. Wa and Ga fucking trip me the fuck up. I still can't get them separated. I don't. I remember when I was taking the intensive, the Thai chick, or I forget, was she Thai? Was she wasn't Vietnamese, or was she? No, she wasn't Malaysian either. I don't think. I think she was Thai. It was either Thailand or Taiwan, one of those two. 15 and 19 is what we need. But she and the instructor had this moment of like, I guess that's like a similar thing in whatever language she was familiar with. Where it was like something about like, I couldn't even recall how they like connected on like the difference between the two like instantly, and I was like left in the dust. I did not understand. Okay, 23. Probably should have just built both of these together. Oh god, it's starting to loop the music again. But I'm too lazy to change it. Or you know what? No. There we go. Be the change you want to see in the world. Alright, E-Runner. Is that even, like... I could swear this is just the same white. I don't know, maybe it's got, like, a tint... like, it's definitely got, like, a hint of, like, purple in it, but that could just be my... The change be more. I might... Yeah. Be more. I gotta work on that. I'm kind of... struggling with things that I want to do for the Dojin next, because all of it now is starting to turn into like a big thing that's going to kind of be involved. I'm really trying to just eliminate all the stupid little things that need to be done with it. Because I do want to record some more of it, but I have just been a little shy about, like, trying to figure some background stuff out. And then also, too, it's, you know, when you're streaming, you have to, like, be on and stuff. And I feel like I can be a little bit more confident when I know what I'm talking about. And I am able to kind of just jam on stuff. But, like, trying to figure stuff out on stream sucks. It's not really fun. And it's not that entertaining. Not that I, like, get a lot of views. Maybe if I had a lot of people that wanted to see that specifically, I might feel differently about it, but I kind of do, just, like, still very small. I'm a very small boy when it comes to Strimbin. You know, it would be nice to have some more people, just enough to keep, like, a conversation going. Would be fun. But I also don't want to be one of those, like 2,000 people tuned in. That sounds fucking miserable. Like, 30 to 50 would be, like, perfect. That would be, like, my dream, my ideal. Where is our... Oh, let's do that first. E. Oh, E. A little lad, if you will. That's true. I am a, I'm a fun-sized, fun zone. Although, like, YouTube isn't, like, the end goal for stuff either. Eventually, what I'd love to do is to figure out self-hosting, for streaming. Like I've mentioned before, I watch a lot of, Ding Dong and Julian of formerly Oni Plays. They stream a lot. And I wish I could go back and watch their VODs, but, like, they don't save them, for a couple reasons. Namely, they were a victim of harassment, which sucks. That's no fun. But they've talked about, they also fucking hate YouTube and, like, Google and all these services and stuff. And they've talked about figuring out, like, a self-hosted web thing. And man, I wish I had more brains to figure some of that stuff out. Like, I've been kind of looking into NeoCities a little bit. I really think it would be super cool to have a NeoCities website. Like, I've seen some. They're really creative. They're, like, super cool. I would love to, like, get into that. The problem is, I don't know if there's a lot of, like, resources on how that's... I mean, there's probably resources on, like, getting started and stuff, but... I don't know, maybe there is. Like, I don't know anything about web design. It might just be more interesting to commission something from someone. But, again, I don't know how realistic that is. Okay, so you can do feetsies and you can do socksies. I think we have reached, So we have an leg. But yeah, I'd love to do a NeoCities thing someday. For my own personal, like, art and stuff like that. I just don't like... Like, I've never liked Twitter for art. And Pixiv, while I liked it before they opened up to English stuff, but now it's just, like, so overcrowded with, like generated slop, and you know, I know people don't like the slop word, but it is just slop. Like, that's the perfect example of it. It's like, it's literally just digital pollution. Plus, personally, you know, like, I know some people like to defend it as, well, I'm just being creative, and, like, I just want to be able to make stuff, but I don't have a bunch of time to invest in developing a skill. My answer to that is, if you can't believe in the thing you're trying to make enough to, like, actually learn how to develop it and make it good, and give it the time it needs to become something, then why should I be cared if you... Why should anyone else care? You know? Again, like, it's literally just spam. As, like, a hyper visualization, like, super quick tool thing, like, maybe I could understand it a little bit. just to like get like a concept barely formed. But then I feel like the people that do that are just gonna lean way too much on it. You know, like the ideation process is the most important part. Like, and what a lot of people don't realize about making art is that the more time you spend on something, that's not a bad thing. It gives you time to develop ideas and like try things. It's just, I don't know, like, plus just in general, the people who support the technology are just terrible people. I've lost friendships over it. And it's made me very sad. This has been a pretty fun build so far, though. Just a quick change of pace. But I guess the reason why I went into that tangent, though, about all that stuff is because I think the future for me is some kind of dedicated gallery site of my own. One that isn't like scraped by like robots to see if I have like copyrighted music in stuff. But it shouldn't be that crazy to have like a Flash based or like a, or whatever the modern equivalent of that would be, like based web player in a NeoCities website. It can't be that bad. It can't be that insane of a concept. But Ding Dong and Julian, they're figuring something out on that end, and I really would like to maybe consider doing that for streams and stuff if I ever get more of an audience. Right now I am gonna stick on YouTube. Just because I kind of, you know, like, unfortunately, that's just how people, like, interact with video online, is either Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok. I would love to fucking get off this platform and find a better place where people... Today's sponsor, fucking, I already... Squarespace. I already forgot their fucking name. You want to make a website that looks the same as every 5 other fucking websites on the internet? That all has the same 5 features and just looks like you made it out of obligation because that's what everyone's doing these days? But see, that's the thing. I don't even know anything about C++. I took a very basic HTML course in high school, and I had a lot of fun in that class. I gotta say, I think I had more fun doing, like, art classes in high school than I did at a local community college. And I think that might have just been a testament to, how good some of the teachers were at my local high school, even though in general the school was very bad. But that's a story for another day. I've been very negative in the past couple minutes, and I'm trying to not be that way. But yeah, I'd love to do like a NeoCities, I think, website at some point. It's just, that's a huge fucking ask, I think. And just like with all this other stuff that I say it would be nice to do and I'd love to do, I have things that I need to prioritize in my life. Like, I gotta learn Japanese. That's, like, just uber important. So I have to prioritize that. But there we go. We have 1/4 Michelin Man, 3/4 Gyaru. Let's go.
Oh, my
I'm really
favorite.
feeling it.
Let's see now. Okay. L6 and L1. But yeah, I was just NeoCities, I guess, has a browse function for their website and stuff, and I was just looking at some of them, and some of them were just, they're really cool. They just were really fucking cool. It just kind of really made me think how fucking boring modern design and stuff is. It's literally sanitized down to the lowest common denominator. But yeah, I have taken HTML before. So I remember a little bit of the basics, like, you know, having your title, having your header. But apparently all the fun shit happens in when you do CSS, your creative style sheets. And that's something I didn't get into in high school. But that's where all the cool shit happens, apparently. God damn it. What a very odd piece to put together. But we did it. And I'm assuming that just goes right on top there. Okay, so we got some options here. You know what? let's go ahead. Why not? We'll do both. Why shouldn't I? Let's see, we need L4 and L2. Oh, come on, dude. Okay, we'll go a little bit more charismatic here. Hell yeah, we did it, everybody.
I won! I won!
Wait, why was one of those way more...
I won!
But we did it. She's pissed off at us, but that's okay. How long did that take? What? We only did that in an hour and a half? You gotta be kidding me. Wow. That's pretty good time. I mean, granted, we have a lot more that we have to do. We have like accessories and stuff we need to make. But I guess I can keep going for a little bit. There's no harm in that. I don't need a stand. We can make a bag. Kabong. She comes with a cup of what I'm assuming to be bubble tea. Considering that's what that's a trendy drink for... Oh, she comes with glasses? Oh, shit. Damn, son. Three 30-minute missions? Yeah. No, we tested that theory. 30-minute missions don't take 30 minutes. They take a lot more than that. Let's build the bag. We'll build her accessories, and then I think we'll say goodbye. I know there's like an entire sitting mode that we can do. But, meh. I'm good. I'm good on that for now. Let's start with bag. So, allegedly, we have a... I know I put this in here. Somewhere. It's somewhere. There it is. It's buried at the bottom of the ocean. Alright, come on out. No need to be shy. Jesus Christ. You too. Let's go. Alright, let's see. It would appear we have some work to put in here. Okay. Zara zara shita. Zara zara shita. God, I fucking hate not being able to read anything with kanji in it. Sucks. It make me opposite happy. Come on, fucker. Well, that might have to just be nubbed down. Okay. Oh, come on. Wow. Wow, what an amazing piece of technology. If you ever do the custom, a section of browsing booth for parts, yeah, we could do that. Honestly, I keep going back and forth on what I want the next episode to be. You know, like, I'm kind of like, do I want to do the cowgirl one, or is that, like, way too far off the fucking deep end? You know, I'm kind of gonna gauge it a little bit based on the response of, this next one. And then plus I do want to do another arcade episode. I want to at least talk about the fucking the troubles I had. I did figure out something that I was doing wrong on it, though. I actually did figure out a pretty important thing that I screwed up on it. With the way I wired up my power supply. Is that gonna fix my problem? I don't think so, but maybe? Jeez, man. This shit does not like going together. Lord knows I am trying. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay, that side's good. This side is good. That side's good again. Hey, we did it. We did it.
I won! I won! Good.
Oh, man. Oh, I know how to do this as well as I know how to do it on a real fucking peg. I think I may have screwed this up by putting the nicer side down. I think it was supposed to be the shiny side up. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna break, I think. Yeah, let's try it the other way. If I can get it fucking open, which I don't think I'm gonna be real. There we go. Hey! Hey, alright. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, so. Oh yeah, it's clearly meant to be the other way. You know what would have been nice is if they made both sides matte. There we go. Okay, now. Okay, that was not nearly as bad as, yeah. But there we go. She's got her school bag. That kind of sits on her, sorta. Yeah. Not the greatest fit. But oh, whoops. It's there. Esque. Alright, we'll put that aside for a hot minute here. And she's got a phone that just sits on a runner, so... I love that it's goofy colored, though. When are we gonna bring back goofy colored phones? Or at least, like, customization. There we go! Built a phone! Yay!
I won!
Alright. Oh, don't tell me the cup isn't something we build. It's just there. Unless we didn't get one. You know what? I bet you any money that's like an optional thing that we didn't get. Let's see. We can check this using technology. Let us see. Well, what the fuck? Here we go. We apparently do not get one, and that's kind of a bummer. I'm gonna be real. That's kind of a bummer. It looks like we have reached the end of what I think this kit can offer us. With the exception of, like, the sitting leg pose. I guess she can do this, like, hunched over pose. I guess that's what those extra necks and stuff are for. She do have glasses, but, I don't think we get those either, unfortunately. I think we're kind of fucked, on, like, the accessories here. With very, very little to offer, but I imagine most people buying this are buying it for kit bashes anyways. If I'm gonna be honest with you. The Shoujo Teian line seems more... It's obviously, like, you know... It's obviously, like, meant for people who want to build, like, schoolgirl stuff. But it seems more like a canvas for, hey, here's a generic girl, use that to make what you actually want. But they're not bad kits. They're a lot of fun. I really do enjoy this line. It is a good time. Here, we'll put her down so you guys can see. But they're just simple, nice, easy to build. It's like when you're going to the bar and you have a drink that's just kind of like your comfort drink. You know what you're getting. You know what to expect, but you want to have a good time and unwind. This feels a lot like that. It feels like a comfort zone. But yeah, this kit is kind of basic. I think I paid a decent amount for this too, so... but... I don't know. I don't mind these. I think the scale is nice. I think they're a little bit bigger than something like, let's compare. We have footage right here. We've got... Oh my god, it's not even a contest. Look how fucking tall she is compared to Bochi. Holy fucking shit. Bochi is goddamn microscopic. She's easily like an entire head taller than Bochi. And I don't know if that's just the Shoujo Teian kits in general. Like, here's another one. Here's the fucking Buki Kotobuki or whatever the fuck her name is. Maybe. I did notice that this character's hair is a lot... Her head is a little smaller than Buki's. And then yeah, then you grab, yeah, you have a fucking kaiju war between schoolgirls. Take that, breast envy attack. I'm gonna tell everyone that you fucking are on Twitter. I'm gonna tell everyone that you like building model kits of shameful things on Twitter attack. Cancel culture attack. I wrote faggot on your desk in 50 different languages like they do in anime for some reason, and then you're expected to clean it up because that's somehow your fault. Okay, that's enough of that. That wasn't even... Half of that wasn't even funny.
So I missed.
But yeah, these are solid kits. Shoujo Teian line's pretty good. It's definitely, like I said, it's definitely a gateway to customs, though. I keep forgetting the camera is not my face, so I keep aiming it at my face and not at the camera. But I've been meaning to... Or no, I have the other girl. Oh, you know what's funny? That guy just messaged me as we were wrapping up the stream. And he wants to cancel. Oh, no. But that's fine. I could do something else with my time. I could work on the manga or the doujin. But anyway, speaking of the other things that I'm doing with my time that aren't this, I'm gonna get going, everyone. That was a successful, fun stream. But anyways, take it easy. I'll be back with something else later.